Hey guys, Liz here, aka Isabelle Cheren. How's it going? I am sat here at my Linden Council estate home. Yes. I am reclining on the water. Can I just start by saying I'm going to give a sponsor to today's video. So the table I'm sat at is the Naomi set, and it's from CHEZ Moi, and it's currently at the Collaborate. I'll put a link to that underneath this video. So I thought I'd do a quick coffee with Isa. I'm not sure how long I'm going to talk for. I can never tell. I either ramble or I don't. I was going to ramble on TikTok earlier, and then I thought, I can't be bothered. And also, I've got my hair up in a turban because I washed my hair. So I kind of I did a couple of videos and then I thought, that looks ridiculous, Liz. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyhow, what's new with me? Well, I have alluded to, I have been a bit stressed lately. I've been very stressed lately. I'm not going to lie. I've been so stressed lately. Normally I thrive on it. I thrive on a bit of pressure. That I'm that kind of person that I need it in my life. But there's a point where you get to where you go, oh, no more, thank you. And I just need to cut a break. And I don't seem to be finding it. There's a lot going on at work. So much change, so much uncertainty, and I'm a very I'm like not a soothsayer, whatever you want to call it, but I always see things ahead, and it's always been my way, and I'm concerned. Let's just say I'm concerned because of the state of the financial climate and everything. So it is a worry that sits in the back of my head, and anytime I see changes happening, I know that there's something going on. I know things are going to change, and I know, and that actually troubles me even more, given that in my own financial world, I'm at a point where I'm really messed up. And this is how messed up it is. On the 25th of September, was it September? No, it's August. God. On the 25th of August was my payday. It's my payday every month on the 25th. On the same day, the Australian Embassy took out money for my passport because I had to renew my passport. It caused a major issue for me. So what happened was they took out more than I realised they were going to take out. So that was one thing. And then we had a bank holiday on the Monday, so it was a long weekend. Come the Tuesday, all direct debits that were due to go out, which they normally go out after my rent, went out. But my rent didn't. My rent was left till last, and what happened was my rent bounced, and I was short of my rent, nearly £200 short of my rent. It's caused me so much. I mean, I was just so upset. I can't tell you how upset I was, because not only that, I'm also facing January when my rent goes up £300 a month, and I'm like, oh my God, if I can't cope with something unexpected like this, what the hell am I going to do? So it's been a tough few weeks, and it does affect me in things I do. Sometimes it can push me to become more creative, but at the moment, and also with the really hot weather, I felt really like I had to take a step back, and I have to keep taking steps back, and that's really hard. But I just do it, and I immerse myself in watching utter rubbish on Netflix. Honestly, I watch some good things, but I also watch utter rubbish. I'm just like, I watch complete rubbish. Anyhow, so I'm going to give you some updates and make of it what you will. Okay, first of all, I did say about the OnlyFans. I created an OnlyFans, and I acquired a member. I acquired a member, and I went a number of weeks with one member. And he was like, are you not going to invite anyone else? And I said, no, you're my test subject, so I will just test things on you. And of course, he's very appreciative, which is very nice. And then I thought, well, how the hell do you get more people to come over to your OnlyFans? Because I just can't be bothered with the whole open a Twitter account, open an Instagram account. I've already tried the old Instagram thing. It just drives me nuts with all this social media. I've got too much social media. So I was doing all this studying, and then I thought, oh, you know what, I'm going to go on Reddit. And so I created another account on Reddit and went on there, and I posted one picture, seriously, one picture, and I had like over 500-600 comments. I was just like inundated, and I'm like, hell, oh my God. Okay, so that's the way to go. But it doesn't work every time you post a picture, and I think it's just the luck of the draw on the day, I guess. But anyhow, I posted that, and then I sat there and thought about my OnlyFans, and I thought, oh, then I watched too many more videos about people that have created content, and they're saying have a free account, pay-per-view, blah blah blah. So then I turned it into a free account, and everything was pay-per-view basically. That there's things of me on there, like, you know, my face, talking, whatever, you know, non-naughty content, obviously. And so I've got an extra 26 fans now, and they've stayed there, which is nice. I've had 2 people do pay-per-view, but what's something I did learn is actually, no, what you want for them is them to join. So now I've gone back to membership, and so they have to pay to join. But the people that are currently in there as free people, they've actually got access to everything until their membership ends, which is approximately in the next week for a lot of them. So then they can choose to just leave, or they can choose to subscribe. So yeah, so I am going ahead with it. You know, I'm not backing out of it. I am going ahead with it. And do you know what? Can I just say, it's not as bad as anyone thinks. It's so easy to do in terms of sitting there making content, and it gives you a different feeling. It's really hard to describe. I haven't felt awful. And a few people have said to me, I mean, I've not kept it a secret from anybody. I haven't talked to my kids about it, obviously, you know, but even my friends know, and I've not really kept it a secret. And a few people have said to me, what will you do if your kids know, blah, blah, blah. And I said to them, well, they're adults. They're adults, and as far as I'm concerned, they can deal with it. And yeah, I mean that. They can deal with it. You know, I'm their mum. I've always been their mum. And I don't think I'm doing anything that's very shameful. So what I'm doing is trying to get a second income in, because every other income stream I try doesn't work. So we'll try this for a bit. So yeah, it's... And before you get too excited, there are things that I'm not doing on there. So yeah, I have been blessed with assets of the biblical cleavage. So it's mainly that kind of thing. I'm not really going to be doing certain things. I'm not going to be doing, because do you know what? There's a point where I go to that I'd say no. So that's that. But it's an interesting experience, and actually, quite a few people have been quite respectful. That's the other thing. I've had the odd message in that, and they've been very nice messages. Nothing very lewd or what you would expect. So that's quite nice, because it's, you know, but everybody that joins, I don't know who they are. I haven't a clue who they are. They come with numbers and a name. That's not necessarily their name, and I don't know who they are, and that's fine. I don't need to know who they are. I don't want to know who they are. But it's interesting. So I am doing that. I'm hardly going to be, you know, in the 10%. I'm probably going to be more in the 99%. It's a slow burn. A very slow burn. But hey, I'm giving it a go, and as far as I'm concerned, you know what? When I go to my grave one day, which I'm sure I'm going to in the not too distant future, at least they'll be able to put on my tombstone, God, she tried. She really, really tried. Because I'm not relying on anyone else. I don't ask for help from anyone. If I tell someone I've got a problem, or if I tell someone I'm in trouble, I don't do it so that they can give me help. I kind of don't want that, because I don't like owing people. It's a very difficult thing for me to do, owe people, and to me it destroys friendships, and so I don't want to be in that situation. So I'm trying to become independent in many ways. So yeah, I mean, I've also got this jewelry business, which is hilarious. I've got the best website going, honestly, the best website for it, and I'm doing, you know, print on demand stuff. I'm doing artworks and stuff. Honestly, my brother keeps saying to me, my God, Liz, you've got so much heart. And I'm like, I know, I'm the worst marketer. I really am the worst marketer in everything that I do. It's quite funny, yeah. I mean, I wrote a book for my grandson. It's on Amazon. Have I marketed it? Nah. I live in the hope that someone will, buy it. They'll come across it and buy it. I've bought a copy and my brother's wife bought a copy over in Australia. So there you go. I've sold 2 copies. But anyhow, yeah. Apart from that, I've just been working really hard and on the weekend I tend to spend most weekends on my own, and I'm just forever tired. But this weekend, one of my friends came around to see me on the Saturday, and then she contacted me on the Sunday and said, hey, do you want to go for a drive? Because it's been really hot here. So we took a drive to the seaside. We went to a place called Hythe. We went and got some fish and chips, pulled up there. It was a lovely day, ate our fish and chips, and we put the world to rights, chatting away and everything, the radio on. And anyhow, sun was going down. And then we thought, right, should make our way home because it's something like 35 miles. And then the car wouldn't start. The car wouldn't start. And it's getting dark. And I've got £1 in my purse. I've got nothing in the bank. And she's got about £15 or something. And none of that is going to be enough for us to even get a train home or anything. In the end, we rang Green Flag, I think it was. And they gave us a number of numbers to ring to see if these people could come and help jumpstart us because we figured it was battery. None of them would come out, even though they knew there were 2 women on their own in the dark, because we were in the dark. And so her dad basically paid. We had to use him. And what happened was we rang this company back and they arranged for someone to come out named Jake. Wow, his name wasn't Jake, it ended up to be Jay. But anyhow, so we sat there doing TikToks, it was hilarious. So just to pass time, because we had 2 carloads of youths turn up, one in front of us and one behind us. And they were drunk and they were all sorts of, pretty concerning. On a Sunday night drunk. Do you know what I mean? I'm sitting there going, shouldn't they be at school? And she's like, it's Sunday night. And I'm like, you know what I mean. I was acting like a proper old lady. But anyhow, so I did TikToks in the car. It was so funny. And then when she was on the phone to them and they said that Jake's going to come round. So I was like, oh, Jake. And then I was doing, let's guess what Jake's looks like. So I said, Jake's about 42, skinhead, tats and all that kind of thing. And she was like, no, Jake's going to be a 21-year-old in his tracksuit pants and his sneakers. When Jake pulled up, I think I got it right. But the funniest thing is she told Jake, she actually told him, she's been doing TikToks. And of course, then he suddenly went, well, I'm on TikTok. Turns out he's a singer on TikTok, funnily enough. And we all exchanged TikToks and him and I communicated, because I communicated and I said, thank you so much for saving us, because otherwise we would have been stuck there all night, and so, yeah. So that was that, really. My kids, right. So I text my children, both my kids, and a friend from work. And you know how you can Google map and show where you are? So I text and I said, this is where I am, we're stranded. Right, so this is 9 at night. This text went out, so it's dark, 9 at night. We've got no light in the car apart from the mobile phone. And text my kids. My daughter, and I said there's two carloads of youths and blah, blah. And she said, you probably want to be kidnapped. You'll be kidnapped next thing I hear. And I'm like, ha, ha, ha. And my son made me laugh because he sends one back going, this is good practice for when you go to Palestine, Mum. Not, are you okay? Not, is there anything I can do? But this will be good practice for when you go to Palestine. I can sit here and laugh about it. To be honest, I was laughing in the car because I just thought, geez. I mean, really? Oh, the passion, the compassion and the passion. It was too much. But I think I did the right thing so that if anything did happen to us, at least they can go, oh yeah, she was last here. But anyhow, we did make it home. We made it home about 11:30 that night. Come straight in and I was so shattered. I went straight to bed. No shower, no nothing, just I just couldn't cope anymore. And then I had to work yesterday and I was so tired. Like I was struggling to concentrate. It was really hard work. And I've been tired today. So I feel a bit better this evening. I had a nap after work, so I feel a lot better. But yeah, it's been a weird few days. But it's just been a weird couple of weeks where my mind's at. And yeah. And I've just sort of cut back on some of the videos a bit, just giving myself, cut myself some slack, you know. At the end of the day, no one's waiting on bated breath for me to put a video out. Only I am waiting for myself to put a video out. No one's actually sitting there going, why is she not pulling out? So hence my, you know, who cares attitude, because who cares? It's not my job. So yeah. So yeah, that's an update on me. I will say that if you don't agree with what I'm doing regarding trying to empower myself with more income, shame on you. Because at the end of the day, I'm a 57-year-old woman. And do you know how hard it is at this age to try and get a second job to top up your income? It's bloody hard work. And I've got a lot of illnesses that go along with my life. And I'm like, oh, I haven't got the energy. I have not got the energy to be going standing in a pub or whatever. I just haven't. And working my backside off just to get some money to scrape by. I know other people do it, but I did do it. I did it for a long time. I've done it for many years of my working life. And at this age, I'm like, hell no to that. Hell no to that. It's enough. It's absolutely enough. And I'm not embarrassed anymore. And it's really weird because I absolutely, do you know what? If this was happening to me 2 years ago, I probably wouldn't have spoken about it so openly. But I really don't care. I think when you get older and you see what's happening in your life and you're trying to think of ways to do things, you get to this point where you really don't care. It's a bit like the old lady that walks along and farts and burps and pees herself. I'm going to be her. I am so going to be her. Anyhow, I hope you have a great week and thank you for listening to my ramble. Ciao for now.